Good afternoon, I'm Jerry Stanley Carey, founding member of the Ancestors Caribbean Masquerade Troupe. I was born in St. Kitts on Christmas Day, the 25th of December, when the troops do start their festival. On Christmas Day, my birthday, the troops will come out and dance and perform from home to homes and community to communities. I always looking forward for Christmas to have such a good time to see the troops dance, till I myself get a passion to wanting to be a dancer and a performer as well. And we will look forward to it every year when the troops finish. Me and my little friends and cousins and neighbors and brothers, we will build our own troupe up, and we will also try to build our mask. Well, building of the mask and the performing in the mask, it's got a spiritual connection. They claim put the mask on and you become another person. When I wear the mask, this mask in particular that I like, it make me feel in connection with my African ancestors, you know, as if I'm representing them, and they is coming to play a part with us and perform with us through this great skill mask art form. It's very got a lot of historical and tradition connection with the dancing, the formation, the tradition, and the respect too. For when I was a child, you could have hardly tell the dancers whether he's a lawyer, a doctor, whether he is black or white, what class I think he's coming to. For, you know, this mask is more a clown mask. So we call the clown mask a gobby face. When the clown wears gobby face, and you will have to be the captain back in those days to know the dancers really. For you could have to be living in the house with the dancer tonight if I have on his mask, even in Africa. So the clown would have a gobby face and the masquerades would have a mask. This is one of my favorite masks. It's light and it's nice, and it makes me feel a transference as well, and a transfer, you know. This one as well gives me the same feeling and the same vibes, and create a different image of the artist while he is making his move in his dance.
My name is Richard Rennick, and my day job is Chief Executive of Nottm Housing Association. And as part of Chief Executive of Nottm Housing Association, I also have responsibility for the fantastic, fabulous Nottm Carnival. And this is something that Nottm Housing Association have been responsible for delivering since 1999. So 21 years we've been delivering Carnival, Caribbean Carnival in Nottm. How did I meet this man, Jerry? All right, well, in Carnival 2015, I was looking at the photographs from the Carnival taken in 2015, and this mysterious figure appeared. This guy in a kind of traditional St. Kitts masquerade outfit with a hat and a drum. I saw 2 or 3 pictures of this person on his own, but nobody knew who he was. Nobody said, where did this guy come from? We sure this is Nottm Carnival? I said, yes, that's Nottm Carnival. All these photographs in Carnival. So I didn't actually know who he was at all, but it was Jerry. So I then got a call from his missus telling me that, you know, we need to encourage more traditional form of carnival, and why are we encouraging traditional carnival? And I said to her, Tracy, I said, of course we encourage traditional carnival. We want to develop the original carnival, Caribbean carnival in Nottingham. Of course we want to do that. So we had a bit of a discussion, a little heated over the phone. I said, listen, come and talk to me. If you want to get involved in carnival, we don't discourage anybody. We want everyone who has something to offer to come and join us. And she came with this man, and I recognized him. I said, this is the man, the mystery man with the drum in the photograph. And so that was after 2015 Carnival, and he went from strength to strength after that. So in 2016, he brought his troupe out. We supported it a little bit financially, and that was really the start of Ancestors in Nottingham. And that 2016 parade, Jerry was a star. So he wasn't just photographed on his own with his drum. He was videotaped. He was photographed on the main stage. He was the man. He lit up the carnival, in fact, that year, 2016. And that was when Ancestors, word started to spread across East Midlands and all the way up to Yorkshire, where Arthur France, the leader of Leeds Carnival, from St. Kitts, also wanted to develop this traditional form of mass in Leeds, but never mind.
Dr. Arthur France MBE, was born in Nevis, the West Indies, came to England and became a student, and through my life as a child growing up in the Caribbean, and I never ever remember, at around the age of about 5, I remember listening to the David and Goliath joint spear coming up the road, for I was living in a village called Mount Lily. You know, up to this day I could never ever get it out of me. When I listened to the drum coming up the road and the masquerades, holding on to my mother just around 5 years old. And that in my head, and I never let it go. And I've always wanted to take part in these art form and culture, but never was able to. Then when I came to England, I thought, well, my parents is not here, so I could do what I like now. And so I always wanted to get involved in carnival. We never had carnival in Europe. So none of us knew anything about carnival, but we just so focused and know we could do it. And the place was packed, but they came to laugh at us, because they didn't know, you know, this is a joke. These guys are crazy. And they were shocked when they walked in and saw the whole thing. And then we, as I said, we were making a steam band at the same time. And we organized a steam band competition as well. You know, and so the Queen show was the Queen show. We had a calypso competition at the same time during the show. That was a week before the carnival on the road. And then we got the steam band put together. The steam band come up from Nottingham, Manchester, and Birmingham. And it was fun, and people had a shock of their life. They couldn't believe. In fact, you know, you have to have the council to use the park and the police, and so I had to meet with the police. But then what I didn't know, I knew how to handle that out. You had the upper hand, and you agree with everything. And so, you know, carnival went off. And what was interesting, there's so much interesting things about it. Especially the day of the carnival. Can you imagine, you're about the park and Chaptown was packed with black people coming here. Courses come up from Birmingham, and Manchester, and Nottingham. Some of the guys, Eddie, you know Eddie, them and those guys in Nottingham, and Bogan and all of them. And what was interesting, when the police saw so much people, black people, he started to panic. And he came to me and he said, what do you do now? And I said, I'll tell you what you do. Don't say anything to anyone. Leave that to me. You deal with the traffic. I'll deal with the people. Because you don't understand Caribbean culture. And we are very outspoken and loud. And you know, when we meet each other, we sort of shout, and they might think you're fighting. But that's how we meet people. You know, and that was just amazing. And in fact,
so how many was in attendance, the first one?
About 15,000.
The first one?
Yeah.
And then how much is in attendance in the one that was the other week?
You had about over 150,000. And the news went back to London,
500,000.
that we had a carnival in Leeds. And so we were invited to go to London to put on. So the first carnival in the streets of London in Notting Hill was Leeds West Indian Carnival. They invited us to London. And I remember it was an Irish lady who used to run a project in Notting Hill Gate called Backyard. And so we went down on a Sunday with two steel band and everything and put on a carnival down in Notting Hill. Then London start. So London have to take the stay behind Leeds.
My name is George Mighty. I'm chairman of Derby West Indian Community Association and chairman of MCAN, East Midland Caribbean Arts Network. We started Carnival here in Derby in 1975, so it's been going now quite a long time. You can check. As far as Jerry is concerned, I know Jerry when he came along here to get MCAN to help him along with some of his work, and I'm sure he benefits from MCAN as an organization, and he's also helping to promote MCAN, which is what we want, to give it a high profile. But I think when you look back at the amount of people who benefit from Carnival, it's something that I think that should carry on, you know. And the reason why we and myself put so much time in Carnival is really to leave the thing something for posterity, so that our young people can have something to hold on to, something that they can feel that they have roots. Yeah, and I mean. Mr. Walters, you know, when it was Mr. Walters who started it, you know, who said that we need to do something. And those days we used to have the police and us having tug of war. We started from very humble beginning, but I tell you, it helped to bridge the gap, you know, and bridging the gap when the race relation gap was one good thing.